Hey YouTube, it's Randy, and today is Wednesday on Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. I'm coming in with this week's question, which is, do you have a support system in place? If so, tell us about it. Support system, very, very important, and I learned this afterwards. Let me back up to around my surgery date. I had my surgery January 26, 2010, so a little over a year ago. And before I had my surgery, I had to go through, with my insurance, I had to go through a series of classes, seminars, things like that, meetings with my doctor, meeting with other different doctors, RNs, all those different things. And in meeting with my doctors and the nurses and the different classes, they told us about support. You need a support system. And, you know, as they're telling me this, you know, the psychologist, the nutritionist, my surgeon, so on and so forth, they really harped on having a support system. And I kind of brushed it off. Oh yeah, I got a support system, you know, my parents, my sister, blah blah blah, my friends. And you know, I thought, I'm fine. I'm a very independent person. I have been most of my life. I'll be fine on my own. So I have the surgery. They also, after post-surgery, you know, said it again. They also said, you know, we have support groups you can go see, not go see, but go, you know, talk about, you know, all different types of things for support groups. They're all at different locations over the state, you know, very convenient to go to, and we suggest going to. And I said, I don't like to talk to people, I don't want to, you know, I'm not the type that wants to talk about my feelings and all that kind of stuff, so brush it off. Fast forward to about, how many months ago? This is February, January, December, November, October, September, 6-ish months ago, about the August, September area. That is when I found out about YouTube. A co-worker of mine, Miss Vanetta1, she said, hey, you know, she had lap band as well, and we started talking. We actually ran into each other once. I didn't know she had it. I don't think she knew I had it, but we ran into each other at one of our doctor's appointments. We were, you know, she had one at one time, and I was right after, or something like that. And from then on, we kind of started talking about, you know, how you doing, you know, how much are you down, how long have you had it since, and through that conversation, she suggested YouTube, because I had told her, you know, I kind of had fallen off the wagon. I had only lost about 30 pounds, and I had been, you know, 8 to 10 months, no, like 6 months post-op, and, you know, it was slow going, things that I had done myself, but she suggested YouTube, and she told me about Banded Wendy, and she told me about Sky Moon 1982, and USA Pounds Girl, LB's. I'm sorry, I forget her YouTube name. But, you know, I've been looking at, she said, you know, I've watched them, so on and so forth. So I went home that night, pulled up, I think Banded Wendy was the first one, and I got hooked from day one with Wendy. I just watched her, and probably for a good month, I just watched YouTube videos. I didn't make any, didn't create an account, but I just watched, picked up tips, and that kind of started the ball rolling. Once I started to see the kind of support, even though I wasn't giving back, but the support they had, not even knowing me, I started to see why people talked about the support system. And as I went through, you know, if you go back to one of my first videos on my page, Randy for Change, I started my videos 40 weeks post-op, something like that, 41 or 42 weeks post-op, and I found that YouTube has been a great support system. It's a nice way that I can interact with people without them actually being here, so to say, which kind of sounds weird, and, you know, I'm like a hermit or something, but that's not what I mean. I'm not the type of person that likes, as much as I like to listen to people and their problems, things like that, I'm not a big group, support group kind of person. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but YouTube was a good format for me, or a good venue for that. I really like that I can put up videos weekly or daily, and I get feedback from people all over the nation. You know, I've got, you know, Wendy's out in California commenting on me, EP Fitzy's in Missouri commenting on me, Miss Vanetta1 is here in Delaware, I've got Philly, all these different places, and these people that I can interact with, and it's become a great support system, and I think a lot of people have seen that. Outside of YouTube, I rely on my family. I have a lot of support from my family. My mother is, She had gastric bypass in November of 2010, so we try to support each other as much. I've actually tried to get her to go into this, watching YouTube videos, because I think it'll have the same effect on her that it had on me. She's a little bit slow going. She's not as technologically savvy as me, but I think she's looking into it. I also started a blog, so that helps me keep accountable, and it's also another way that I can get support from different formats. So if people don't watch the YouTube videos, they can read my blog and post comments on that. Something like that. I know my mom reads my blog. But support is a big part of this. I kind of, like I said, brushed it off in the beginning, and if you're the type of person like that, I would strongly suggest building some type of support for yourself, whether it be through YouTube, Facebook, a blog, personal family and friends, any of those types of things, support groups, your doctor, whatever. I would have a strong support for this, going in and post-op. So that's my opinion on support. I hope it helps everybody out there watching. Make sure to tune in next week. I will be back here on Wednesday. Otherwise, you can check out my Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. Oh, this is Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. Wow! You can check out my page, Randy for Change. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.